Fetch the Future, A Tale of Tokens and Digital Treasures by Harrison Kane. Premise: a wise old Labrador Retriever named Barnaby, who has seen the digital age unfold, guides a curious puppy named Pip through the world of NFTs. Pip is eager to understand these digital bones everyone is talking about. All right, let's dive into the first chapter of Fetch the Future, A Tale of Tokens and Digital Treasures, where we introduce our curious pup, Pip, and the mysterious digital bone. Chapter 1. The Curious Pup and the Digital Bone. Pip, a bouncy, butterscotch-colored Labrador Retriever puppy, was a whirlwind of paws and boundless curiosity. His nose, a perpetually damp beacon, led him on endless explorations of the backyard, sniffing out hidden treasures like buried acorns and the occasional stray earthworm. Today, however, Pip's attention was drawn to something far more perplexing than the usual olfactory delights. He'd wandered into the sunroom, a space usually reserved for the human's strange glowing rectangles, and found himself staring at one such rectangle, a laptop as the humans called it. On its screen, an image flickered, a strange, pixelated rendering of a bone. It wasn't like any bone Pip had ever encountered. It wasn't real, not in the way a sturdy femur or a chewy rawhide was real. This bone seemed to exist only within the glowing rectangle, a collection of tiny squares that shimmered and shifted. "What's that, Barnaby?" Pip asked, his voice a high-pitched yip that echoed slightly in the quiet room. Barnaby, an older, wiser Labrador Retriever with a coat the color of aged honey, lay sprawled on a plush rug, his chin resting on his paws. He'd seen the digital age unfold, watched as the human's world transformed into a realm of screens and wires. He'd even learned to tolerate the strange sounds and images emanating from these devices, though he much preferred the rustle of leaves and the chirp of birds. "That, Pip," Barnaby said, his voice a low, rumbling baritone, "is a non-fungible token, or an NFT. Humans call it a digital asset, or a digital bone, if you will." Pip tilted his head. His ears perked up. "A digital bone? But it's not real. I can't chew it, can I?" He chuckled, a deep, resonant sound. "No, Pip, you can't chew it. It's not real in the way you understand. It's a digital representation of something, a unique digital item that exists only in the digital world." Pip's brow furrowed. "Unique? Like my favorite squeaky toy?" "In a way," Barnaby said, "but this uniqueness is different. It's more like a one-of-a-kind painting or a rare antique. Only it exists on a computer, and it's verified on something called a blockchain, which is like a digital ledger that records who owns it. It's like a digital leash, showing that this particular bone belongs to a specific owner and nobody else." Pip's eyes widened. "So, even though it's not real, someone owns it?" "Exactly," Barnaby said. "Humans have created this system to give digital items value, to make them collectible, tradable, and sometimes even valuable." Pip still seemed confused. "But why? Why would someone want to own a digital bone they can't even play with?" "That's a good question, Pip," Barnaby said. "It's a bit like collecting rare stamps or trading cards. Humans find value in owning unique things, things that are scarce. And in the digital world, scarcity is created by the blockchain. It proves that there is only one of this particular digital bone, and it cannot be copied." He paused, allowing Pip to process the information. "Think of it like this. Imagine there's only one perfect tennis ball in the entire world, a tennis ball that no one else can ever have. Humans could trade that tennis ball for a lot of money because it's unique. Even if they can't chew it, they value owning it. Pip looked back at the pixelated bone on the screen, his tail wagging a bit faster. So, it's like a special digital toy? In a way, Barnaby said. But it's more than just a toy. It's a symbol of ownership, a piece of digital history, a representation of something that exists only in this new digital world. He sighed, a deep, weary sound. Humans are always creating new things, Pip. They're always finding ways to make the digital world more like the real world, to give it value and meaning. These NFTs, these digital bones, are just one example of that. Pip, despite his confusion, was intrigued. This digital world with its glowing rectangles and pixelated bones was a strange and fascinating place. He looked up at Barnaby, his eyes filled with curiosity. "Tell me more, Barnaby. Tell me everything about these digital bones." Barnaby smiled, a warm, gentle expression. "That, Pip, is a long story, but I'll tell you everything I know. We'll explore this digital world together, and we'll learn about the art of the digital paw print, the game of digital fetch, and the many wonders of the future." He paused, his gaze fixed on the glowing screen. "But remember, Pip, even though this digital world is exciting, it's important to remember the real world, too. The feel of grass beneath your paws, the smell of fresh air, the joy of a good belly rub. Those are the treasures that truly matter." Pip, his tail wagging furiously, barked his agreement. He was ready to learn, ready to explore the strange new world of digital bones, but he knew that no matter how fascinating it was, nothing could ever replace the simple joys of being a Labrador Retriever. All right, let's continue our journey into the world of NFTs with Chapter 2 of Fetch the Future, A Tale of Tokens and Digital Treasures, where we explore the art of the digital paw print. Be sure to subscribe for more content. Our goal is to create movies, shows, stories, and more for Labrador lovers everywhere. You can visit our website or view our other social media channels below in the description. We offer Labrador puppies and other dog-related products on our website. We support soup kitchens and animal shelters with every purchase. Chapter 2. The Art of the Digital Paw Print. Pip, his ears still perked with curiosity from Barnaby's previous explanations, nudged the old Labrador with his nose. "So, Barnaby," he began, his voice a hopeful yip, "you mentioned these digital bones can be art? What does that even mean?" Barnaby, roused from his comfortable sprawl, gave a deep, contented sigh. "Ah, yes, Pip, the art of the digital paw print. It's a fascinating concept, even for an old dog like me." He gestured with a paw towards the glowing rectangle, now displaying a swirling, vibrant image that seemed to pulse with light. "Look at this, Pip. This is a digital artwork, an NFT, created by a human artist." Pip tilted his head, his eyes wide with wonder. "It's pretty," he admitted, his tail thumping softly against the rug. "But it's not like the paintings the humans hang on the walls. It moves." "Indeed," Barnaby rumbled. "That's one of the unique aspects of digital art. It's not confined to a canvas or a frame. It can be animated, interactive, even generate sounds. It's a whole new way for humans to express themselves." "But how does it become a digital bone?" Pip asked, his brow furrowed. "That's where the blockchain comes in, Pip. Remember that digital leash I mentioned? The blockchain acts as a permanent record, a digital ledger that proves the authenticity and ownership of this artwork. When an artist creates a digital piece, they can mint it as an NFT. This process creates a unique entry on the blockchain, essentially registering the artwork as a one-of-a-kind item. Pip's tail wagged a bit faster. So it's like a certificate of ownership? Exactly, Barnaby confirmed. But it's more than just a certificate. It's a record that's impossible to alter or erase. It's a permanent, verifiable proof that this particular digital artwork belongs to a specific owner. And because it's on the blockchain, everyone can see this record, ensuring transparency and trust. He paused, allowing Pip to absorb the information. Think of it like this, Pip. Imagine a human paints a beautiful portrait of a golden retriever. This painting is unique, one of a kind. Now, imagine they create a digital version of this painting and register it on the blockchain as an NFT. The blockchain proves that this digital version is also unique and that it belongs to the person who owns the NFT. Pip's eyes widened. So someone can own the digital painting even if they don't own the real one. Precisely, Barnaby said. And because it's digital, it can be easily displayed on screens, shared online, and even integrated into virtual worlds. It opens up a whole new world of possibilities for artists. He pointed to the screen where the digital artwork continued to swirl and pulse. Humans are exploring new forms of art, Pip. They're creating interactive installations, generative art that changes based on data, and even music that exists only in the digital realm. And because of NFTs, they can now own and trade these digital creations just like they would physical artworks. But why would someone pay for a digital painting? Pip asked, his voice filled with genuine curiosity. They can't hang it on their wall. Barnaby chuckled. That's a good question, Pip. It's about value, about collecting, about supporting artists. Humans value unique things, things that are rare and special. And in the digital world, scarcity is created by the blockchain. It proves that there's only one of this particular digital artwork, and it cannot be copied. He continued. It's also about community. Many digital artists build communities around their work, creating exclusive content and experiences for their NFT holders. It's like being a member of a special club, a club that supports the artist and shares a passion for their work. And, Barnaby added, it's about the future. Humans believe that digital art will become even more integrated into our lives, that it will play a significant role in the metaverse, the virtual world they're building. Owning an NFT is like owning a piece of that future. Pip, his tail wagging excitedly, barked his agreement. So it's not just a digital bone, it's a piece of history, a piece of the future. Indeed, Pip, Barnaby said, his eyes twinkling. The art of the digital paw print is a new and exciting frontier, a way for humans to express themselves and connect with others in the digital world. And who knows, he added with a wink, maybe one day even dogs will create digital art. Imagine, Pip, a pixelated portrait of yourself, a digital bone that's truly unique. Pip barked his approval, his imagination running wild with the possibilities. He was eager to learn more about this strange and wonderful world of digital art, this world of the digital paw print. Chapter 3. Collecting Digital Treats, NFT Collectibles. Pip, his mind buzzing with the concepts of digital art and blockchain, was eager to learn more. He bounded over to Barnaby, his tail wagging with anticipation. Barnaby, you mentioned humans collect these digital bones like they collect real treats? How does that work? Barnaby chuckled, a low, rumbling sound. Ah, yes, Pip, NFT collectibles. It's a fascinating aspect of this digital world, and one that resonates with our innate canine desire to gather and hoard. He paused, his gaze drifting towards the glowing rectangle, now displaying a series of colorful, animated images that resembled digital trading cards. Look at these, Pip, Barnaby said, gesturing with a paw. These are NFT collectibles, digital items that humans collect and trade, much like they collect physical trading cards or rare toys. Pip's eyes widened. They look like digital treats. In a way, they are, Barnaby rumbled. They're often designed to be visually appealing, with unique characteristics and varying levels of rarity. Some are animated, some are interactive, and some even have sound. Rarity? Pip asked, tilting his head. Like a rare squeaky toy? Precisely, Barnaby confirmed. Rarity is a key factor in the value of NFT collectibles. Just like in the real world, the rarer an item is, the more desirable it becomes. In the digital world, rarity is determined by the number of editions created. Some NFTs are one of a kind, while others have a limited number of editions, like 10, 100, or 1,000. He pointed to the screen, where one of the digital trading cards shimmered with a golden glow. This card, for example, might be a legendary edition with only 10 copies in existence. It would be much more valuable than a common card with 10,000 copies. But how do they know how many copies there are? Pip asked, his brow furrowed. That's where the blockchain comes in, Pip. The blockchain acts as a permanent record, documenting the creation and ownership of each NFT. It proves how many editions of a particular collectible exists and who owns each one. This transparency and immutability are what make NFT collectibles so appealing to humans. It's like a digital pedigree, Pip said, showing the lineage and rarity of each item. Exactly, Barnaby confirmed. And just like with real-world collectibles, humans form communities around these digital items. They trade them, discuss their value, and even create fan art and related content. Why do they do that? Pip asked, his voice filled with genuine curiosity. It's about passion, Pip. Humans are passionate about the things they collect. They enjoy the thrill of the hunt, the excitement of finding a rare item, and the sense of belonging to a community. And with NFT collectibles, they can do all of that in the digital world. He continued, think of it like this, Pip. Imagine a human collects rare dog figurines. They might spend years searching for specific figurines, trading with other collectors, and displaying their collection with pride. NFT collectibles offer a similar experience, but in a digital format. And they can trade them with other humans, even if they're far away? Indeed, Barnaby said. The internet allows humans to connect with each other from all over the world. They can buy, sell, and trade NFT collectibles on online marketplaces, reaching a global audience. But what do they do with them? They can't play fetch with them. Barnaby chuckled. That's true, Pip. They can't play fetch with them, but they can display them in digital wallets, share them on social media, and even use them in virtual worlds. Some NFT collectibles even grant access to exclusive events or content, like digital tickets to a virtual concert or a behind-the-scenes look at the creation of a digital artwork. It's like a digital treasure chest, Pip exclaimed, his tail wagging furiously. In a way it is, Barnaby said. NFT collectibles are a new and exciting way for humans to express their passions and connect with others in the digital world. And who knows, he added with a wink, maybe one day even dogs will have their own NFT collectibles. Imagine, Pip, a digital trading card of yourself, a rare and valuable treasure. Pip barked his approval, his imagination running wild with the possibilities. He was eager to learn more about the strange and wonderful world of digital treasures, these digital treats that humans collected and traded with such enthusiasm. Chapter 4. The Game of Digital Fetch. NFTs in Gaming. Pip, his mind now swimming with images of digital art and collectible treasures, turned his attention to Barnaby with a renewed spark of curiosity. Barnaby, he began, his voice a hopeful yip, you mentioned these digital bones can be used in games? Like fetch? Barnaby chuckled, a low rumbling sound. In a way, Pip, but it's a much more complex version of fetch than we're used to. Humans are exploring how NFTs can revolutionize the world of gaming, creating new experiences and economies. He gestured with a paw towards the glowing rectangle, now displaying a vibrant, animated scene of a digital world populated by fantastical creatures and objects. "Look at this, Pip," Barnaby said. "This is a glimpse into a game that uses NFTs. It's a digital world where players can own and trade in-game items as NFTs." Pip's eyes widened. "Own items? Like digital toys?" "Precisely," Barnaby confirmed. "In traditional games, in-game items are usually owned by the game developers. Players can earn or buy them, but they don't truly own them. With NFTs, players can own these items as unique digital assets, recorded on the blockchain." "So they can trade them with other players?" Pip asked, his tail wagging. "Indeed," Barnaby said. "They can buy, sell, and trade in-game items on marketplaces even outside of the game itself. This creates a player-driven economy where the value of items is determined by supply and demand." He pointed to the screen where a digital sword shimmered with an ethereal glow. This sword, for example, might be an NFT. It's unique, with specific stats and abilities, and it belongs to the player who owns the NFT. They can use it in the game, trade it with other players, or even sell it for real-world currency. "But why would someone pay real money for a digital sword?" Pip asked, his brow furrowed. "It's about ownership, Pip," Barnaby explained. "It's about having something that's truly yours, something that you can control and trade. It's also about the potential for these items to appreciate in value as the game becomes more popular or the items become rarer." "And it's about the play-to-earn model," Barnaby continued. "Some games are designed to reward players with NFTs for their time and effort. Players can earn these digital assets by completing quests, winning battles, or participating in the game's economy. This creates a new way for players to earn income from their gaming skills." Pip's tail wagged a bit faster. "So they can play games and earn digital bones?" "In a way, yes. And these digital bones can have a real-world value. They can be traded for other cryptocurrencies or even sold for traditional currency." He paused, allowing Pip to absorb the information. "Think of it like this, Pip. Imagine a human plays a game where they can build and own virtual land. They can develop their land, build houses, and create businesses. These virtual properties are represented as NFTs, and they can be traded with other players. The value of these properties depends on their location, size, and the activities that take place on them." "It's like a digital real estate game," Pip exclaimed. "Exactly," Barnaby confirmed. "And this is just the beginning. Humans are exploring all sorts of ways to use NFTs in gaming, from collectible characters and weapons to virtual pets and even entire virtual worlds." "But how does it all work?" Pip asked, his eyes white with wonder. "It's complex, Pip," Barnaby admitted, "but it all comes back to the blockchain. The blockchain acts as the foundation for these digital economies, ensuring transparency, security, and ownership. It allows players to truly own their in-game items and participate in a player-driven market." "And it's not just about owning items," Barnaby added. "It's also about community. Games that use NFTs often have strong communities of players who are passionate about the game and its economy. They trade items, discuss strategies, and even create their own content." "It's like a big digital pack," Pip said, his tail wagging excitedly. "Indeed, Pip," Barnaby said, his eyes twinkling. "The game of digital fetch is a new and exciting frontier, a way for humans to play games and earn rewards in the digital world. And who knows," he added with a wink, "maybe one day even dogs will have their own NFT-based games. Imagine, Pip, a virtual dog park where you can play with other dogs, collect digital bones, and even breed rare digital puppies." Pip barked his approval, his imagination running wild with the possibilities. He was eager to learn more about this strange and wonderful world of digital games, this world of the digital fetch. Chapter 5. Digital Real Estate. the metaverse dog park. Pip, his mind now filled with images of digital swords and virtual economies, turned his attention to Barnaby with a renewed sense of wonder. "Barnaby," he began, his voice a hopeful yip, "you mentioned virtual worlds, like a digital dog park?" Barnaby chuckled, a low, rumbling sound. "Indeed, Pip. Humans call it the metaverse, a shared digital space where they can interact with each other and with digital objects. And yes, a digital dog park is a perfect analogy." He gestured with a paw towards the glowing rectangle, now displaying a 3D rendering of a vibrant, bustling virtual landscape, complete with parks, buildings, and avatars that resembled human figures. "Look at this, Pip," Barnaby said. "This is a glimpse into the metaverse. It's a digital world where humans can own and develop virtual land, build structures, and create experiences." Pip's eyes widened. "Own land? Like a digital backyard?" "Precisely," Barnaby confirmed. "In the metaverse, virtual land is represented as NFTs. These NFTs represent unique parcels of land with specific coordinates and characteristics. Humans can buy, sell, and trade these land NFTs, just like they would real-world real estate." "But what can they do with this digital land?" Pip asked, his tail wagging. "They can build on it, Pip," Barnaby explained. "They can create virtual buildings, parks, stores, and even entire cities. They can design experiences for other users, like virtual concerts, art galleries, or even digital dog parks." He pointed to the screen where an avatar was constructing a virtual structure that resembled a dog-friendly obstacle course. "Imagine, Pip, a virtual dog park where avatars can bring their digital pets, play fetch with virtual balls, and socialize with other dog lovers. This park could be built on a land NFT, and the owner of that land could charge other users to access it." "Charge them?" Pip asked, his brow furrowed. "Yes, Pip," Barnaby said. "The metaverse is a digital economy where users can create and trade value. The owner of the virtual dog park could charge a small fee for entry, or they could sell virtual dog toys and treats. They could even host virtual dog shows and competitions." "It's like a real dog park, but in the computer," Pip exclaimed. "Indeed," Barnaby said. "And it's not just dog parks. Humans are creating all sorts of virtual spaces, from shopping malls and entertainment venues to educational institutions and business districts. They're building a whole new digital world, a world where they can interact with each other in ways that were never before possible." "But how does it all work?" Pip asked, his eyes wide with wonder. "It's complex, Pip," Barnaby admitted, "but it all comes back to the blockchain. The blockchain acts as the foundation for this virtual world, ensuring ownership, transparency, and security. It allows users to truly own their digital assets, including their land NFTs, and to participate in a decentralized economy. And it's not just about owning land," Barnaby added. "It's also about community. The metaverse is a social space where users can connect with each other, build relationships, and form communities. They can create virtual clubs, attend virtual events, and even collaborate on virtual projects." "It's like a big digital pack," Pip said, his tail wagging excitedly. "Indeed, Pip," Barnaby said with his eyes twinkling. "The metaverse is a new and exciting frontier, a way for humans to build and explore digital worlds. And who knows," he added with a wink, "maybe one day even dogs will have their own virtual spaces in the metaverse. Imagine, Pip, A virtual dog park where you can play with other dogs from all over the world. A place where you can explore digital landscapes and discover hidden digital bones. Pip barked his approval, his imagination running wild with the possibilities. He was eager to learn more about this strange and wonderful world of digital real estate, this world of the metaverse dog park. Chapter 6. The Smart Contract Leash, Ensuring Trust and Transparency. Pip, his mind now a whirlwind of digital bog parks and virtual worlds, looked up at Barnaby with a slightly confused expression. "Barnaby," he began, his voice a thoughtful yip, "you keep mentioning this digital leash, the blockchain, but how does it all actually work? How do humans know they can trust these digital bones?" Barnaby chuckled, a low, rumbling sound. "Ah, Pip, that's where the smart contract leash comes in. It's a crucial part of the NFT system, ensuring trust and transparency in all these digital transactions." He gestured with a paw towards the glowing rectangle, now displaying a series of lines of code, interspersed with diagrams that resembled flowcharts. "Look at this, Pip," said Barnaby. "This is a simplified representation of a smart contract. It's a self-executing contract with the terms of the agreement between buyer and seller directly written into lines of code. It's like a digital agreement, a set of rules that automatically execute when certain conditions are met." Pip tilted his head, his brow furrowed. "Lines of code? Like a secret language?" "In a way, yes," Barnaby confirmed. "It's a language that computers understand, a set of instructions that tell the blockchain what to do. These instructions are what make smart contracts so powerful." "But how does it make things trustworthy?" Pip asked, his tail wagging slowly. "Think of it like this, Pip. Imagine a human artist sells a digital artwork NFT. They want to ensure they receive a royalty every time the artwork is resold. They can program a smart contract that automatically sends them a percentage of each sale without relying on anyone's word or manual intervention." He pointed to the screen where a section of code highlighted. This part of the code, for example, specifies the royalty percentage and the artist's address. When the artwork is resold, the smart contract automatically calculates the royalty and sends it to the artist's digital wallet. "So it's like a digital guarantee?" Pip asked, his eyes widening. "Exactly," Barnaby confirmed. "Smart contracts eliminate the need for intermediaries like lawyers or escrow services. They automate the process, ensuring that everyone involved follows the agreed-upon rules. And because the contract is stored on the blockchain, it's transparent and immutable, meaning it cannot be altered or erased." "It's like a digital handshake?" Pip suggested. "In a way, it is," Barnaby said. "But it's a handshake that's enforced by code, a handshake that's visible to everyone on the blockchain. This transparency and immutability are what build trust in the NFT ecosystem." "And it's not just about royalties," Barnaby continued. "Smart contracts can be used for all sorts of NFT transactions. They can automate the sale of digital land in the metaverse, the distribution of in-game items, and even the creation of digital collectibles." He paused, allowing Pip to absorb the information. "Think of it like this, Pip. Imagine a human buys a virtual dog park in the metaverse. The smart contract can automatically transfer ownership of the land NFT to the buyer's digital wallet. And it can also specify the rules for using the park, like entry fees or allowed activities." "It's like a digital lease?" Pip asked. "Indeed," Barnaby said. "And because the smart contract is on the blockchain, everyone can see the terms of the agreement, ensuring transparency and preventing disputes." "But what if someone tries to cheat?" Pip asked, his brow furrowed. "That's the beauty of smart contracts, Pip. They're designed to be cheat-proof. The code is executed automatically, and the blockchain ensures that the rules are followed. If someone tries to violate the contract, the transaction will simply fail." It's like an unbreakable leash, Pip suggested. Precisely, Barnaby confirmed. The smart contract leash ensures that everyone plays by the rules, creating a fair and transparent environment for NFT transactions. And it's not just about trust, Barnaby added. Smart contracts also enable innovation. They allow developers to create new and exciting NFT applications like decentralized marketplaces, automated auctions, and even programmable digital art. It's like a digital playground, Pip exclaimed, his tail wagging excitedly. Indeed, Pip, Barnaby said, his eyes twinkling. The smart contract leash is a powerful tool, a way to build trust and create new possibilities in the digital world. And who knows, he added with a wink, maybe one day even dogs will use smart contracts to trade digital bones and organize virtual dog park meetups. Pip barked his approval, his imagination running wild with the possibilities. He was eager to learn more about the strange and wonderful world of smart contracts, this world of the unbreakable digital leash. Chapter 7. The Environmental Paw Print. Addressing Sustainability. Pip, his mind now buzzing with the intricate workings of smart contracts and digital economies, looked up at Barnaby with a thoughtful expression. "Barnaby," he began, his voice a concerned yip, "I've heard the humans talking about these digital bones and how they use a lot of energy. Is that bad?" Barnaby sighed, a deep, rumbling sound. "Ah, Pip, that's a very important question. It's true that some blockchain technologies, like the one used for some NFTs, can consume a significant amount of energy. It's what humans call the environmental paw print." He gestured with a paw toward the glowing rectangle, now displaying a graph showing energy consumption and a series of images depicting wind turbines and solar panels. "Look at this, Pip. This graph shows the energy consumption of different blockchain technologies. Some of them, like the original version of the blockchain used for Bitcoin, require a lot of computing power, which translates to a lot of electricity." Pip's brow furrowed. "Why do they need so much power?" "It's because of the way these blockchains verify transactions, Pip. They use a process called proof of work, where computers compete to solve complex mathematical problems. The first computer to solve the problem gets to add a new block, one of transactions, to the blockchain. This process requires a lot of energy." "It's like a big race?" Pip asked. "In a way, yes," Barnaby confirmed. "But it's a race that consumes a lot of electricity, and humans are concerned about the impact this has on the environment." "But what about the digital bones?" Pip asked, his voice filled with concern. "Are they bad for the environment?" "It depends, Pip. Not all blockchains use the same technology. Some blockchains use a more energy-efficient process called proof of stake." He pointed to the screen where an image of a wind turbine appeared. "Proof of stake doesn't require computers to solve complex problems. Instead, it relies on validators who stake their own cryptocurrency to verify transactions. This process consumes significantly less energy. It's like a digital reward for good behavior?" Pip suggested. "Precisely," Barnaby confirmed. "And humans are increasingly adopting proof-of-stake blockchains for NFTs to reduce their environmental paw print." "And what else are they doing?" Pip asked, his voice filled with hope. "They're exploring other sustainable solutions, Pip. They're using renewable energy sources to power their computers. They're developing more efficient algorithms, and they're even creating carbon offset programs." He paused, allowing Pip to absorb the information. "Think of it like this, Pip. Imagine a human wants to create a digital artwork NFT. They can choose to mint it on a proof-of-stake blockchain, which uses less energy. They can also choose to support artists who use sustainable practices." "It's like choosing the green bone?" Pip asked. Indeed, Barnaby said, and humans are becoming more aware of the environmental impact of their digital activities. They're demanding more sustainable solutions, and they're supporting projects that prioritize environmental responsibility. And it's not just about energy consumption, Barnaby added. It's also about reducing waste. Humans are exploring ways to create NFTs that are more environmentally friendly, like using recycled materials for physical components or reducing the amount of data stored on the blockchain. It's like a digital cleanup, Pip suggested. Precisely, Barnaby confirmed. The environmental paw print is a serious concern, but humans are working hard to address it. They're developing new technologies and practices that are more sustainable, and they're becoming more conscious of their impact on the planet. And who knows, added Barnaby with a wink, maybe even dogs will have their own sustainable NFTs. Imagine, Pip, a digital bone made from recycled digital materials, powered by solar energy, and traded on a proof-of-stake blockchain. Pip barked his approval, his imagination running wild with the possibilities. He was eager to learn more about this important aspect of the NFT world, this world of the environmental paw print. Chapter 8. The Future of the Digital Bone, a World of Possibilities. Pip, his mind now filled with thoughts of sustainable blockchains and digital cleanups, looked up at Barnaby with a renewed sense of anticipation. "Barnaby," he began, his voice a hopeful yip, "you've shown me so many amazing things about these digital bones. But what about the future? What else can they do?" Barnaby chuckled, a low, rumbling sound. "Ah, Pip, the future of the digital bone is a vast and exciting landscape. Humans are only just beginning to explore the possibilities." He gestured with a paw towards the glowing rectangle, now displaying a series of futuristic images, digital tickets, holographic displays, and interconnected virtual worlds. "Look at this, Pip," Barnaby said. "These are just a few examples of how NFTs might be used in the future. Humans envision a world where NFTs are integrated into many aspects of their lives, beyond just art and collectibles." Pip's eyes widened. "Like digital tickets?" "Precisely," Barnaby confirmed. "Imagine, Pip, a digital ticket to a concert or a sporting event, represented as an NFT. This ticket would be unique, verifiable, and transferable. It could also provide access to exclusive content or experiences, like backstage passes or virtual meet and greets." He pointed to the screen where a holographic display shimmered with light. "Or imagine, Pip, a digital identity card, represented as an NFT. This card could securely store a human's personal information, like their medical records or educational credentials. It could also be used to verify their identity online, eliminating the need for passwords and usernames." "It's like a digital passport?" Pip asked. "In a way, yes," Barnaby said. "And humans are exploring how NFTs can be used in supply chain management to track the provenance of goods and ensure authenticity. They're also developing NFTs for real estate to streamline property transactions and reduce fraud." "And what about the metaverse?" Pip asked, his tail wagging. "Will there be more digital dog parks?" "Indeed, Pip," Barnaby said. "The metaverse is expected to grow significantly, and NFTs will play a crucial role in its development. Humans are creating interconnected virtual worlds where users can seamlessly travel between different experiences and own digital assets that persist across these worlds." He paused, allowing Pip to imagine the possibilities. "Think of it like this, Pip. Imagine a human owns a virtual dog park in one metaverse. They could then use their land NFT to create a portal to another metaverse, allowing their park to be accessed by users from different virtual worlds. It's like a digital dog park network?" Pip exclaimed. "Exactly," Barnaby confirmed. And humans are exploring how NFTs can be used to create decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs, which are communities governed by smart contracts. These DAOs can use NFTs to represent membership and voting rights, allowing users to collectively manage shared resources and make decisions. It's like a digital PAC meeting, Pip suggested. Precisely, Barnaby said. The future of the digital bone is about creating new forms of ownership, governance, and community. Humans are exploring how NFTs can empower creators, build trust, and foster innovation. But with all these possibilities, Pip asked, his voice filled with a hint of concern, how do humans know what's safe and what's not? That's a very important question, Pip. The NFT landscape is evolving rapidly, and it's crucial for humans to stay informed and exercise caution. They should always research projects thoroughly, understand the risks involved, and only invest what they can afford to lose. And they should be mindful of the environmental paw print. Indeed. Humans should support projects that prioritize sustainability and advocate for responsible use of blockchain technology. And they should remember the real world, Pip said, his tail wagging gently. Absolutely, Pip. The digital world is exciting, but it's important to maintain a balance. Humans should always remember the value of real-world experiences, like spending time with their loved ones and enjoying the beauty of nature. And who knows, Barnaby added with a wink, maybe one day even dogs will have their own NFTs, representing their unique personalities and skills. Imagine, Pip, a digital bone that captures your boundless energy and playful spirit. Pip barked his approval, his imagination running wild with the possibilities. He was eager to see what the future held for the digital bone, this strange and wonderful technology that was transforming the human world. Chapter 9. Barnaby's Wisdom, a lab's lesson in digital ownership. Pip, his head now overflowing with digital tickets, virtual dog parks, and sustainable blockchains, sat patiently beside Barnaby, his tail thumping softly against the rug. He looked up at the old Labrador, his eyes filled with a mix of wonder and a slight hint of overwhelm. "Barnaby," he began, his voice a thoughtful yip, "you've shown me so many amazing things about these digital bones. But it's a lot to take in." Barnaby chuckled, a low, rumbling sound. "Indeed, Pip. The digital world is a vast and ever-changing landscape. But remember, the most important lessons are the ones that stay with you, the ones that guide your paws on the right path." He looked at Pip, his eyes filled with gentle wisdom. "First and foremost, Pip, remember the importance of research. Just like sniffing out a good buried bone requires careful investigation, exploring the world of NFTs requires thorough research. Don't just chase after every shiny digital object. Learn about the projects, the creators, and the technologies involved. Understand the risks and rewards before you invest your time or your resources." Pip nodded, his ears perked up. "Like sniffing out a good trail before following it?" "Or precisely," Barnaby confirmed. "And remember the importance of safety. Just like you wouldn't run off-leash in a busy street, you shouldn't blindly trust every digital opportunity. Protect your digital assets, use strong passwords, and be wary of scams and phishing attempts. The digital world can be a wonderful place, but it's also a place where you need to be cautious." "Like staying close to my humans in a crowded park?" Pip asked. "Exactly," Barnaby said. "And remember the importance of community. Just like a pack supports each other, the NFT community thrives on collaboration and shared values. Find projects and communities that resonate with you and contribute your own unique paw print. Share your knowledge, support creators, and build meaningful connections." He paused, his gaze drifting towards the glowing rectangle, now displaying a montage of digital art, virtual worlds, and interconnected blockchains. These digital bones, Pip, they're not just about owning digital items, they're about creating new forms of ownership, governance, and community. They're about exploring the possibilities of a decentralized future, a future where creators are empowered and users are in control. And remember the environmental paw print, Pip added, his voice filled with concern. Indeed, Pip. Support projects that prioritize sustainability and advocate for responsible use of blockchain technology. We have a responsibility to protect our planet, both in the real world and the digital world. He looked at Pip, his eyes filled with a gentle warmth. But most importantly, Pip, remember the real world. The feel of grass beneath your paws, the smell of fresh air, the joy of a good belly rub. These are the treasures that truly matter. The digital world can be exciting, but it's important to maintain a balance. Don't let it consume you. Don't forget the simple pleasures of being a Labrador Retriever. Like playing fetch in the park? Pip asked, his tail wagging enthusiastically. Exactly, Barnaby said. And like spending time with your humans and your fellow dogs. The digital world is a tool, a way to enhance our lives, but it should never replace the real world. He sighed contentedly, a deep rumbling sound. The future of the digital bone is uncertain, Pip, but one thing is for sure. It will continue to evolve, to surprise us, and to challenge our understanding of ownership and value. And as you navigate this new world, remember the lessons you've learned. Be curious, be cautious, and be kind. He stretched out his paws, a contented expression on his face. Now, Pip, I think it's time for a nap. All this talk of digital bones has made me quite weary, and perhaps a belly rub. Pip barked his agreement, his tail wagging enthusiastically. He had learned so much from Barnaby about digital art, virtual worlds, and the importance of responsible ownership. And as he curled up beside the old Labrador, he knew that no matter how exciting the digital world became, nothing could ever replace the simple joy of a good nap and a loving belly rub. Chapter 10. Glossary of Terms. Pip, having absorbed Barnaby's wisdom and settled into a peaceful nap beside the old Labrador, now needed a quick reference guide to fully grasp the concepts they'd discussed. This chapter serves as a comprehensive glossary, translating the human jargon into terms even a curious pup could understand. Blockchain. Think of it as a digital leash, a secure and transparent record of ownership and transactions. It's like a shared digital book that everyone can see, but no one can change. Digital asset. A digital bone. Any unique item that exists in the digital world, like art, collectibles, or in-game items. Fungible. Like a bunch of identical tennis balls. They're all the same and interchangeable. Immutable. Like a bone buried deep in the earth. It can't be changed or erased. Metaverse. A digital dog park. A shared virtual world where humans and their digital selves can interact. Minting. The process of creating a digital bone, registering it on the blockchain, and making it unique. NFT, non-fungible token. A unique digital bone, a one-of-a-kind digital asset that represents ownership of something in the digital world. Proof of stake. A more energy-efficient way to verify digital transactions, like a digital reward for good behavior. Proof of work. An energy-intensive way to verify digital transactions, like a big noisy race. Rarity. How special or unique a digital bone is, like a rare squeaky toy. Smart contract. A digital handshake, a set of rules written in code that automatically executes when certain conditions are met. Token, a digital representation of an asset, like a digital bone or a digital treat. Validator, a computer that helps to verify the transactions of a proof of stake blockchain. Additional notes. It is always important to research any NFT project before investing. Digital assets can be volatile and can lose or gain value very quickly. It is important to protect your digital assets and to never give out your digital wallet information. This glossary aims to provide a clear and concise understanding of the key terms associated with NFTs, making the digital world a little less mysterious, even for a curious Labrador Retriever.